I'm just going to kick this off and chat with you a little bit. A lot of you are going to be like, my gosh, Indian Trace posted a video. Or if you even go back to Indian Trace and check to see if I've done anything new, I probably haven't posted a video in 6 weeks, maybe 8. It's been real busy at work. You guys, many of you know that. But look at this group. It hasn't been, I guess I haven't found less artifacts. This is a great group that's, last month or two I've been able to find. And I've been bringing these out thinking I'm going to be able to film them out in the dirt. And I just decided today I would do a little bit of a cleanup and talk to you about these artifacts. If I can get a good exposure on some of this quartz and everything with a natural light. And welcome back to Indian Trace. We're going to talk about these pieces in a second. They were the top pieces that I found throughout the last 6 weeks, right there. There's a few more that are represented in these couple groups. Now, I'm still doing giveaways. A lot of them have been undercover. These two are undercover. And that means that I'm listening to a lot of comments and thinking about the people out there and how much they find and watching your videos and digitally backtracking things that are going on. And then I just select some people who I really think, number one, are going to honor the artifacts, and number two, are going to take good care of them, and just be thankful. So that's where these two groups, and I'll start with that. Now, this book here is a great book. I would recommend it to anybody. Kill the Indian, Save the Man. I'm doing a little bit of a study of the North American Indian boarding schools, which will break anybody's heart. I don't want to get into that right now, but I'll just put it at that if you're interested. These two groups are hitting the road. I'll give you a little bit of a preview here. So whoever's watching right now gets a little preview of something. In many cases, you've seen on Indian Trace that may be going your way. But there's some great stuff in here. This is soapstone, piece of soapstone dish here. Some hammerstones, smaller hammerstones. Speckle rhyolite in there, drills. Smoky quartz. Absolutely great stuff. Some unique piece of pottery. This pottery here, as a matter of fact, a couple pieces of those I think have fingerprints on the back, finger marks, which are really great. That's a high-end find when it comes to pottery, is finding it with finger marks on the back. So I'm going to take a little extra time here to highlight those and these artifacts today. And these are going to another person out there that I think is real worthy, has had a great heart, just a great heart, and I look for them. I'll probably throw in, if I could pack more of the antlers, I've got a bunch, but I can't. I have to put the small pieces in. I can't put the big ones. I have to make it a smaller pack. But there's some incredible pottery out here. Some great pieces. And so those two groups are not done, because some of these here, we'll probably get into it. I won't be keeping all of these. Some of these I will keep, but I want to check these out. Now, what do I mean when I go out? Well, this is in the last 2 months or so what I found that is just stuff that's perfect for the koi pond. This is the kind of materials in eastern central North Carolina that, you'll be finding. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's good finding going on. Quartz, rhyolites, different types of materials. I don't know if this stuff is even coming in. Looks a little granular on the camera, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Stuff that I just don't believe you can leave out there. Just can't leave it out there. So I've got a great koi pond that I now have a rock garden full of rhyolites and quartz. Let's check this out as we finish out. Like I said, I was going to wait till I find something that absolutely staggers me, that I could film in the right timing and if I'm not hurried. These big marble mountains are pretty rare. And I didn't have it. Either it was raining or what have you. Collecting artifacts, what's it do for people? A lot. I listen closely. Whether it's Points 365, the Ditch Walker, whether it's Hawken Lithics, whether it's Nomadic Adventures or Richard's Rock House, I can go on and on. Whether it's Ross Crusoe, everybody's doing their part, working hard to collect and find, and that's the most awesome part. To me, it's completely humbling. This is a unique piece, a unique blade found at the high rise about a week ago. Just missing a little off the front tip. I like those though. But you just keep moving forward. The reason you're not seeing the multiplied videos, and I'll share this as it goes through, that I was doing in some routine before, probably for the last 8 years straight. That's pretty unique. You don't find Guilfords in courts that often. Is because, let me go around this way, is because I decided I would work hard for more of a quality video where I'd have more stuff in it, maybe a little longer, and post less videos. Just didn't have the time. Been working late. It's funny, this is not broken. This is super smooth in there. They took that out for the hafting. It's a Quiet Sands find. So I just decided I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till I find something that absolutely staggers me. This is, I hate to say that any find is regular, because they're not. But some, depending on what you like most, some things absolutely stagger you. At least me. Now, if they don't, you need to quit collecting. Forget all about it. I found this one actually this morning. Piece of rhyolites. What you're looking at is green. The blue backdraft, it works well, the blue. Rhyolite's extremely resilient. Remember, this was dark navy green. Well, not navy green, but I mean army green, I should say, before it patinaed this light green that you're picking up on. And this was found at Quiet Sands as well. Found at Quiet Sands. It's real crystal based. Just a little late on that, it's too bad. A little bit of a Guilford Yuma here. And then a Guilford round next to it. So the finding has been going decent through 8 weeks. But I'm still going to be stubborn and wait. I don't know if I'll share videos like this or cleanups. I don't usually do cleanups before that. I try to film it out in the field or keep it with me until I find something that moves me. Look at this piece, super unique. Now when I found these, they're great and everything. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes the wind's blowing. My phone's in a plastic bag. You know how it is. Look at that. My shout out to Ron. He's out there in the creeks finding great stuff. I mean, some of the people who are finding stuff, whether it's mud stompers or whatever, absolutely stagger me. Points 365. So these, it's not that I, and many of you who collect understand it. It's not that I think anything less of any of these. I love them. I think it's great. You know, you find what you have in the ground where you are. Look at this. Some iron streaks through this piece of quartz. Absolutely great. So I just head out the door and find what I have in the ground, you know, and that's all anybody can do. I can't travel different states, and this is the kind of materials, when you're looking at this is the kind of stuff you're going to be able to find in eastern central North Carolina. Nothing wrong with it. But you have that contrast now. Who would have thought that we could tune into YouTube and join your hunts out there, join other folks on rivers and streams and fields. I mean, Coyote, Arrowhead, a couple new channels with husband and wife. What is the name of that channel? I forgot. It's fun stuff, but keep moving forward, everybody. More people watch than you know. Probably don't comment as much. I can't. I just don't have the time, but I definitely will check some things out. I found this at the clay pot just this week. Different type of hunting season. And look at this piece in the middle. Yeah, I've got some heartbreakers in here. Old break. I don't know what to think of this, but How they thin the back. Love it. Why not? Here's another piece right here. That was a Quiet Sands piece in rhyolite, little serrated piece. So the finding was great. It's just the opportunity to film was not. So if you love artifacts, you don't mind tuning in and hanging out for a bit, especially if you haven't heard from Indian Trace that much lately. It's a favorite, so I haven't, you always leave the favorites to last. I found this at B&B Field. And I'm telling you what, that's like striped, different type of rhyolite. Those of you who collect artifacts, don't tell me you haven't licked your stones. Don't even tell me you haven't licked your stones. And half of you are probably laughing now. But look at that color. Look at the banded. It's not slate either, it's a rhyolite. Too bad, I'm a little late on it. It got hit hard on the edge. But that's the way it rock and rolls. You're late on some of them. Found a great scraper. This was at Quiet Sands too. It's beveled, really smooth off the edge. Just a nice tool. As I tell people all the time, these were covered with the blood and fat of animals and processing hides and getting ready for the next step in textile and clothing and food. It's just great. Like a multi-tool these are. Way more energy in a scraper like that. Way more. And that's a fantastic thing. Like this spotted rhyolite, that's a scraper right there. Can't see it too well, I don't want to grab it. And the last one I want to highlight, don't want to take too long, but I haven't been on here in weeks and weeks. This, to me, broke my heart. I'd love to have the tip on that. This is pink to red. You can see it now. Sugar quartz. Look at the base on that. Found that at the Rise, too. I went back to the Rise today, maybe 3-4 weeks after this, and found this. And a few others. Brokes and what have you. Against the red of my hand, it doesn't do justice. Big and strong now. Sugar quartz is super durable anyway. So, just an invitation in here for somebody to check out some artifacts that, until you saw them, I was the first human being to see these in 3, 4, 5,000 years. No one else. So you're a second human being to see these in 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 years. I guess everybody has their theories on that. Hey, listen. I want you to continue to remember freedom out there and fight for it. Don't think about not voting, and don't think about not voting your heart and your conscience for freedom, for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Whoever you think is going to represent those best, vote for them. We don't need any more absolutely ignorant antiquities laws that are really just land grabs by the federal government. Look at those. What a great group, right? So you two up here, another shout out to you. You're going to be blessed. I'm going to try to box those today. I'm going to look at my time with some of the ones we just saw. And this group here with the 2 antlers is going to get this book. It's a big deal. So stay tuned. Drop your comments. And don't worry. Indian Trace is going to keep trying to do some giveaways because I can't keep all this. Hope everybody finds out there.